5 red flags to watch out for when choosing a Medicare insurance agent. That's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie from meetjamie.com. I'm a licensed insurance agent helping people understand how the Medicare program works, as well as connecting them with the coverage that fits their needs. So every day, almost, I talk to someone on Medicare, and many of them have spoken to other agents before speaking to me. And quite frequently, one of the things that I hear is that there is information that is presented in talking with me that other agents haven't presented. And so it got me to thinking a little bit about what type of agent should you be looking for, and also what type of agent should you be watching out for when choosing your Medicare plan. And so that's what we're going to talk about, and I hope that you find this video helpful. If you do, hit that like button. It helps me reach more people. The number one red flag, which would be an agent who contacts you out of the blue, whether by phone, email, or even showing up at your door uninvited. If they are initiating contact with you and you did not preemptively initiate contact with them, they are breaking Medicare rules. I had a lady recently that reached out to me, and she wanted to schedule a time to talk on behalf of her father, who is on Medicare, who had someone come to his house and sign him up for a Medicare plan. Now, I don't know all of the ins and outs of how that happened. A lot of times people fill out a form online and they don't realize that they're giving their consent to someone reaching out to them. But in his situation, it turned out okay because the coverage that he got was pretty good coverage. And so she was worried about it, and I was able to put her mind at ease. So you want to watch out for unsolicited contact. You'll get this many times in phone calls. Ironically, I get phone calls in my office from people thinking that I am a Medicare beneficiary, and the best thing that you can do is ask who they are, who they're with, and meaning which company they're with. And if you really want to, if they stay on the phone that long, you can even ask them if they'd be willing to produce their license number or their national producer number. In my experience, once you ask a couple probing questions, they usually hang up, and because it's a third party calling from overseas somewhere. Secondly, high pressure tactics. So this is a process that someone should walk you through slowly. In other words, you want someone who's really going to empower you to understand how the Medicare program works, because just because you sign up for a plan when you're first 65 doesn't mean that your needs aren't going to change or that other people aren't going to market to you. So it's, in my opinion, incumbent to know first and foremost, how does the Medicare program work? So I always go over the Medicare and You guidebook with people so that they feel empowered and they understand how the program works. So you want to be aware of agents who try to rush you into making a decision by creating a false sense of urgency or fear about losing coverage. A lot of people will ask me, what do I recommend? What do I think is best? And I tell them what one of my clients told me about a year ago. My job, she was speaking this back to me. I didn't say it, but I wrote it down and I kept it. She said, I understand what you do now. Your job is to guide, not persuade. And I thought, wow, that's good. And I wrote that down and stuck it up on my bulletin board here. My job as an agent is to guide, not persuade, and help you make the best decision possible. Next, misleading claims. Again, agents who provide incomplete, vague, or false information about costs, coverage, or providers to make a plan sound better than it should be avoided. It's amazing how many rules are put in place for insurance agents to be able to work with people on behalf of Medicare. But one of the big things, especially on Medicare Advantage plans, is that you are ensuring that their doctor is in network, their specialists are in network, their hospital, clinic, dentist, chiropractor. There are so many agents today who just want to get someone signed up. They don't check that for them on the Medicare Advantage. They don't make sure that those providers are in network, or they don't make sure that the prescription drugs are covered. So you want to understand that, especially on Medicare Advantage, that there's some front end homework that you have to do to make sure that you get the right plan. A good agent will give you all the appropriate information, but they'll also make sure that your doctor, your clinic, your hospital specialist, all those are in network, and make sure that your drugs are covered. Next, unauthorized plan changes. There are agents that may enroll you in a new plan without your explicit and informed consent, often by misrepresenting the plan details. I typically encourage people to be weary of agents who only represent one company and one plan. There are agents out there, they want to simplify their business, and so they choose one company and they choose one plan, and then when you work with them, that's what you get. And I understand it, because it does definitely simplify the process, but it doesn't help you as a beneficiary if you're looking to really do some comparison. And so it's worth asking which companies people work with. Finally, inappropriate product selling. So one of the biggest rules that is put in place for agents to protect you as a Medicare beneficiary is that when you have a Medicare meeting with someone, they don't try to cross-sell you other things. And so this is important to know, that if you're doing these Medicare meetings, it's supposed to be on Medicare. So there shouldn't be these other products potentially being brought up to you in these meetings. And so you want to keep the conversation focused. Agents working with beneficiaries have to get permission. It's called a scope of appointment when you're talking about Medicare Advantage and Part D drug plans. So it's something that you're going to want to be aware of. You don't want to, it should be a red flag. Again, that was the point of today's video. If someone is trying to introduce all these other projects to you. So there are some things that you should be weary of, some things you should be on guard against. If you have a story about something that happened to you, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Again, if you like videos like this, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.